Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay friends, so yesterday we finished our the boots of our character, you can see, and today let's see what can we work, what can we do. We have these parts. This is the things that we need to finish. We need to finish the costume here. We need to work on the torso armor. Here, the arms, the gloves, all of these parts, just like the boots. And the helmet. This is the part I am talking about, the armor, the costume. Then we have to finish the hair. We need to add more details to the face. For example, here the eyebrows. Add more. What else do we have to do? And find also we have to finish the wings and the base here. So we have a lot of work to do. I think that maybe we can start to finish another part. Maybe we can work on the torso. What do you say? Let's try to do that, okay? So we're going to work on the torso right now. Let me see the design. Okay, this is the design that I am using. Just okay. Let me see here. I think that the body proportions are good, so we don't have to do more changes. Maybe we should do, but for me it is really good, so maybe we can leave it like that. Let's hope that I am not missing something. So let's work on this. Okay, to start, let me see. We're going to create new collections. Let me see, just for a moment. Okay, I'm going to start with this part. Okay, so we are going to create a new folder that is called a new collection that is called torso back. And this, let me check the torso armor. Yes, I'm going to work here the high poly versions. Okay, so to start, let me delete this so we can use the shrink wrap modifier. This armor is going to follow I know that I said that the armor should be solid pieces that do not change, but in this case there is no other way to do this. Look, I think that we should make this to follow the deformation of the body here. I think that it is a good idea. Let me see another references. Okay, let's go with this one first. These are solid pieces, so maybe Okay, let me check my design. Okay, here. Okay, I see the design. So I'm going to work on this design. Okay, let's do the same here. Backup, torso backup. Where's the torso armor? Okay, let me check something here. Okay, I'm going to change this. Okay, now I am not going to use shrink wrap because I think that this model is good and it adapts to the formation of the body. Look, so let me create, solidify, and use, instead of okay, look, okay. Two. I'll go with 2. Yes. So we have that, or maybe 2.5. Oh, okay. We don't have to worry about any missing. Yes, we're going to work with that. Let me. Okay, I'm going to cover these parts. Okay, great. But this part, I'm going to see this and it is not going to make sense. I did. Okay, no, don't do this. To move this individually. What I am trying, I apply shrink wrap. Let me deactivate this just for a moment. Let me try to do something here. The thing is that I am trying to be a little bit realistic here, and I don't want, for example, this. I mean, here it is good because I don't have like how can I say this, space here for the 3D printing part, but I don't like these borders to be like inside. I want to leave the bevel here, so to make this a little bit realistic. I don't know if I am explaining this well. For example, in the boots we don't have that problem because we have these things that create the illusion, and for example this one, okay, for example here for the armor we have the same. So maybe we can do that. If we don't like that part, we just move this, change the position of that. So I'm going to leave it in 0.2. Okay, 0.2, and if I want to change, yes, with the bevel I think that this will work. Just in case, let's try to use shrink wrap to see how this is going to look. Shrink wrap, shrink wrap, shrink wrap. And then let me activate this. Look, no, this is not going to look the same way. So I'm going to leave it like this. We're not going to use shrink wrap. And let me here change. This is the best option for me. I'm going to leave it like that, and if I need to change anything, I'm just going to move this to the outside. Like, for example, no, we're good. Let's work with this. Okay, let me apply, and again, let me use the. This is okay. This does not have the modifiers. What parts have the modifiers? This one? Just this one. So I'm going to select this and select this, and Control L, copy modifiers. The first thing that I should do was to divide this part. I forgot. Yes, before we do this, let me go back. Before we apply Solidify. And now, I think that you're hearing the news that I am, but I already closed the news. I wanted to just hearing the news. So sorry for that, but we're going to continue here. Okay, now we're going to apply Solidify. Sorry. Solidify here. The only thing that I wanted this to be like this, not. But let's see how this looks. Let's see how this looks. Or maybe the problem is that this is perfect. That is the problem. You want a design like here. That's the thing. Let me try to modify this. Great. We are good. So let me. The thing is that I cannot, if I change this here, I cannot change this in the other. Let me think, what should we do here right now? I already applied. It is not completely. Let me add all transforms. I think that I have the backup for this. No, I think that I don't have, but I can bring back from the other file. The thing is that I want to do this. I want to try to do that with this, but I think that it is not a good design. Let me do something. Let me save. And maybe with this collection torso. This is okay. I have shrink wrap here, so I'm going to try to modify this part. I have mirror. Yes, okay. I'm going to try to modify this, and then I'm going to. Hello, friend. Welcome. I am working on the torso armor. We already finished the boots. Let me show you. This is the final design of the boots. We finish the design here. I have to change this a little bit. Look, this part, make that correction, but this is the yes, it is looking great. We're going to finish this later. Now I am working on the torso, or trying to work on the torso. Let me here try to make these topology lines to go to that place. Let's see if we can do that. We have shrink wrap, so this not should be a problem. Okay, I think that this is what we want. I don't want to affect this part. Smooth is working here. And of course, I think that we should add another edge here. So now let's continue with that. Okay, smooth is working here to make this close to the other. Okay. Here not. Okay, I think that this is the design that we want. Yes. So let me move this to the. Let me move this to backup. And then I am going to move this to the torso armor. Let me hide all the torso armor, the second torso armor that I have here. Where is the torso armor? This one I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to try to move this. I already. Let me deactivate mirror and this solidify, and apply this. Okay, so now I can move this part. Right. I have to do this manually because but I have another option. No, but with mirror this is going to change if I try it. I have to do this just by looking. I cannot. If I go to no, this is not going to work. Let's try by this way. Okay, I apply. So what should I do here? To continue having the mirror modifier and do not, just in case I want to change something else, I can do this. Let me create a plane here. Okay, now let me delete this and let me use this as the mirror object. No. I want to change this part, but why merge? I don't know why I activated this. Because if I do this set origin to geometry, this is what is going to happen, and I don't want that. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to select this. I'm going to move this like here, in the middle here. I'm going to move cursor to selected and set origin to 3D cursor. Okay, so now I can delete this, and I think that I can move this with no problem. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, now we can manipulate this with no problem. Look, it is easier to change the position of this part. Okay, I think that this is a good design. Let me see. I'm going to hide this. For me, this is good. I don't know what you think. Oh, it is good for me. Maybe we should try to rotate a little bit here so we have more space. Let me bring back this reference. Move this a little bit to the outside. Okay, and this part. Okay. I can see here. It only changed the shape, but I think that the position is good. Yes, I'm not going to waste more time. I'm going with this one. Okay, mirror. I'm going to leave this. So I'm going to start working on the solidify. Yes, solidify. No. First, I'm going to divide the model. Let me deselect this. Let me move this a little bit. Change. Okay. I think that now we are good. Yes. So that change, and because I have mirror, it goes to the other side too. But look at this interesting thing. Here we can use also this to check if this is in the right place. Okay, I'm going with this. I don't know why this changed a lot. Bevel, 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 bevel. Bevel. Subdivision surface. Papa. Subdivision surface. Papa. Send me an angel. Send me an angel. Okay, that I'm going to all the changes. I'm going to copy this. Now we have to fix this because it is not looking completely the way I like. I don't know why this got too separated. Maybe because of the... No, I really don't know why this got too separated. Maybe it was because of the transform. But I didn't change the scale. Let me do if that is, let me see if that is the, no, I cannot go back, and I think that I did not create a backup for this. So the only way to do this is just to drag, to move this to the, close to the other part. There is no other way. It is better but not completely right. No, something is not good in that part. Have a way to make this better, but it's going to be a little bit weird. But I think that this is going to work. I'm just going to select this to this. Look, it is great. It worked. So now we have this part of the armor. That is looking awesome. Okay, next part. What should we do next? These borders, look. Okay, that's why I create this mirror and I maintain this mirror for now, because look, all of the changes that I have to do, you have to, like, maybe with practice you can say when to apply, when not to apply. That's part of the process of so maybe when you move forward on your project, you maybe say, but I should make this change, so now it is difficult to create that. It is another strategy that I use in those cases, because it is something that maybe you will have less of that situations when you have more practice, but at any time maybe you miss something and you will need the base model, let's call it like that, to make any modification. So in that case, that's why I always create backups. Once I finish the whole project, and that's why also I create copies of the files. Once I really finish and I'm really sure, I delete all the backups and all of that. But I always keep previous files like are going to act as backup in case that maybe in the future I want to change something. That happened to me with the Hulk that we did. I made that off camera because when I was creating the printing version, I saw that in the muscles here in the shoulders, it was not looking like in the real way with the real proportions, and I say, how can I miss this basic part? So I have to go back to the other previous file when I didn't paint the Hulk, and I have to change that, and I may like fix that. It was not perfect, but it was a really great change, and it was Hulk was looking even better at the end. I said, like, how can I miss that part? So thanks to the backups, I can made those changes. Okay, now you can see that we have these borders. Let's create this, and this is going to be similar to, of course, these borders here. So let's create something similar. I think that we did this with curves, right? I don't remember. So let me select this. I'm going to select just that and Control D to duplicate and P to separate. Okay, with this I don't remember, I think that I used curves. In this case I think that we don't need curves, but we need something else. And I think that is going to be this skin. The skin is going to be here. Let me turn off this for a moment. Go back here to now try to remember what was the shortcut to, what was the shortcut that I should use? I don't remember. Okay, Control A. I always forgot that. But now that I am thinking, but I already have like a, do you remember what I think the curves that we use here? I don't remember the value, so maybe we can use that. I really don't sure about this one. Maybe this is, I'm just going to hide this. Let me try another method. The other method is to bring like a complete but this part, this is the part that I didn't pay attention to. Let me think. No, this is different. This is a completely different part. So I'm going to change the strategy here. I'm going to select these faces. And let me select just that. I'm going to duplicate that, separate that, select and make it a little more bigger, just a little. I'm going to bring my solidify here. Let me deactivate this, of course, deactivate this. And instead of just 1, 2, I'm going to use this. Let me see something. Scale, okay. Wow. What I change? This was the... Okay, that was what I wanted to change. Now let me make small changes here, like for example move this a little bit up, or maybe move this, just let me try to move this a little bit up. Hide that. Let me move this closer to this, like that. And this I'm going to correct here because this is not good. That. Look at this. I forgot about the other side. Sorry. But I don't have we were good, so I just have to add another. Let me delete this one. To extrude another base here. That, and what else? Let me change this. Have to move this manually. Okay, now this is looking better. Yes, it's looking really better. Maybe the only thing that I should change It is almost perfect. I was saying that maybe we can rotate it a little bit, but no, it is looking good. Something that I can do is just to move this up. Like that. And I think that maybe do the same with this part. Great. Yes, it is looking good. Yes. We can. Okay. This. Maybe not that much. Or even a better idea that is to create another one here. This is going to be the other part of her, so don't worry about that. Okay, great. Or maybe, no, look, this is small and then this is a little bit big. So instead of going to that, I want to go a little bit out. Yes, like that. Good. Now we have that. Let me see. I think that we have. No, we are good. Okay, now I'm going to, of course, again, backup. Where is my backup? Torso armor backup. And I'm going to apply, let me hide this, hide everything. Like this already fine. Then bevel and all of the other. Now it it's time to select the borders. Let me check. Okay, great. Look at that. No, that is not going to work. I'm trying to fix this line. That is the solution. But because I don't like triangles, I'm going to subdivide that there and do the same to the other side. Now it is looking better, this part. There is not like a rule that you have to, okay, when in this, maybe there is a rule, but I did not like spend like some time trying to define, okay, when I have this situation, then I have to do this. When I have this situation, then I have to do this. I'm talking about bevel, because for some intersections here, I'm talking about points when I don't know the real word, but when two points join, when multiple points join, like in a corner, you have to maybe erase one of these or change the geometry, change the edges to have a really good flow here of the meshes with the bevel. I am talking about bevel, and that's also a thing that you are going to win by doing multiple projects. Now that I am working on the missile that I am creating, I am facing a lot of these situations because I have to extrude leathers. I'm going to prepare another video for that because I already have a video. I am working on a video about letters, how to create and how to deal, but I only focus on that project with all the issues that you may have. For example, you want to install a new font or create you have another font outside of Blender and outside of your system, and you will face two really like big issues, but they are easy. They have an easy solution, okay? And I am focusing that on that video, but maybe I should prepare another video to tell you how to deal with 3D letters, yes, and also icons. That is this case. I don't know if we're going to do that with this. And the thing is that, okay, you have your letters and you created 3D and you have a good topology, but you cannot use bevel here, so you have to use another method. And with letters, you're going to have to do that work if you want, of course, to do a great job. And with that, you pay attention. Okay, when I create some letters, when I need 3, when I need just 1, those kind of things. So for example, for a W, let's see that the W is here. Let me show you very quickly, like this. Let's say that this is the W or the M, yeah. So in these corners of the letters, for this letter, I discovered that these 3 edges is a good fit for this model, so you are going to have a good topology. But for example, for a letter D, you don't have, I just only used 2 and it was looking good. And I'm saying that with more projects that you work, you are going to have, maybe I should prepare like one day, I spend one day to prepare a video saying you exactly when to use 3, when to use 2. But I think that it is a big topic because you're going to face different situations, and I think that there is no way to cover all the situations that you may face. But maybe with that, it is like a guide for you, because when you work and you try for the first time to create that, you're going to face that, and you're going to say, why my bevel looks so weird, why? But I am applying all the right methods. I apply all the transforms, I apply the normals are good. Why it is looking I changed to arc, why my model is looking weird. So by doing and by fixing and by paying attention to those details, you're going to discover the solution to those kind of issues. So that's what I wanted to say. Okay, we have this and this. So we are completing our armor. Okay, let's work with this part here. What do you say? Okay, for that, I'm going to use this. And as you can see, this is even bigger than the other one. So I'm going to use a solidify with a bigger value. Let's see how this is going to look, because this is going to work as the parts that how can I say that hold like the complete armor with these parts here. Something like that, but I think that you got the idea. Okay, so I'm going to not use this. I'm going to use the already mirror model that I have. I'm going to again to get the borders here. Okay, so let me see. Just we're going to move these two back up. let's show more backup. Maybe we don't need solidify. We just need. Oh no, I need solidify. Okay, let me think. Okay, I understand the problem here. The thing is that I am going to get this. Okay, try with this method. Solution. Okay, mirror. Here I am going to select and make this, you see, a little bit bigger. The normal. Okay, this is a good chance to use this. Look, when you see that you are facing this situation, pay attention to this, please. Look, if I try to use S to make this a little bit bigger, the thing that I want to do is just to make this a little bit bigger to have this 3D effect as a separate piece, but following the shape here. So if you use increase, you can see that it is not good because I moved to another part and okay, I change a lot. So that is not. If I use shrink and flatten that, let's try with that again. Instead, now I am going to move this so far from the other piece. So that is not another solution. And you do not know, like, how can I say this? What axis to block to lock the axis, so you can just increase in what side, because it's like a little bit of, how can I say this, to a special deformation, and you are in a really look. We don't have the axis, the transform, so you have no options, and you are going to use in looped, in edge tools, in mesh tools, here tools, edit, mesh tools. This is an add-on. You should, I don't know the name of the add-on. Let me check here. Preferences, edit, preferences, add-on, get add-ons, align tools. I think that the add-on is align tool. Align tools. Yes, because loop tools is this one, and align tools is the, I don't remember. Edge, no, edit mesh tools. This one is I think that is this one. If I am wrong, just check all of this of the list. I am not sure. I forgot. I think that it is mesh tools because the name is mesh tools. So this is the add-on. You can find it here. Okay, with that I am going to select. Let me see if this is going to work. Edge tools, because I'm going to use an offset edge, and you create like a bigger version of this, and not changing like the scale and all of that. And how, but you see that this is too big. Okay, don't worry, we are just going to close this. Okay, and look this beautiful model. It follows the shape, the deformation, and it works as I wanted, like this, to be bigger than the original one. Okay, if I check this with this part, I think that I need this to be a little bit bigger. But I already applied. Let me do this again. Offset edges. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Here maybe. maybe that is too much, so I just can move later. The thing is that I want to cover this as I have here in my original design. Look. So this is a good start, and maybe later we can change. Maybe we can move this a little bit to the inside, and then so we're going to see that. But this is the beginning, okay? So with that, I'm going to say this is what I want, and let me just delete what is inside that I am not going to need this. In this case, in other cases, you are going to need that, and then just create the new body. And maybe here, let me see if I can do this. I think that I am not going to be able to create something similar, but is to maybe here I can use solidify, just and solidify. Okay, yes, that was a good solidify. And instead of, because I want to make this to increase to both sides, I'm just going to, what is my solidify, to put this in 0, and I'm going to make this bigger, maybe 0.5. 0.5, let me see. Just maybe that is what I want. So the music stopped, and that means that I will go for some water. Okay, so I am going to start making some changes here to make something similar to this. So don't worry, we're going to fix that. I'll be back in a moment, but at least I explained to you the importance of these offset edges. Remember, this is an add-on, Mesh Tools. This is really, really, really important. It is going to save you a lot of time when you are trying to follow, to make this a little bit bigger, or maybe to create inner edges, inner faces, and you are not able to use the increase, the S key, or the shrinker and the Alt S combination of keys. So remember, offset edges, always offset edges. Remember, I'll be back in a moment, okay? Let me save. This is the character. We're going to continue just in a moment. I'll go for some water, okay? Don't go, I'll be back. And for those who are new, please remember to subscribe and give it a like. That helps a lot. And I know that you like this content, and this is something that you want, okay? And if you maybe want to give me a feedback, please comment. Write a comment below, okay? I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. Okay, this was our model, and I think that I need to add another one here. Let me add another one. But look at this. I think that I should change a little bit the direction of this. No, I don't like how this is looking. I made two more deformations here. Too many deformations. I need to change in another option to make this part. Okay, first this one, it was good. Move this a little bit out. Okay, how can I go to this part? Let me okay, this is good. Okay. Let me work with this. Let me try this. I'm going to first to duplicate this and move to the backup, and then I am going to hide mirror, hide all the other modifiers, and apply the solidify. Okay, now let me move this a little bit down. Let me see if I can. No, I just can move this here. Okay, a little bit down. Let me think, how can I fix or change this without losing this that I have here? Maybe. Okay, here I see the problem. Or instead of okay, how can we create something to make this connection here? How can we create something here to make a connection between this part with this one? Maybe an idea that I have is to make this a little bit bigger and create like a new shape. Let's try to see if I can. But by doing that. Okay. Going to extrude. Let me. Then I should change the shape of this to something like this. remember to fix these weird corners. Let's see. With this, we fix that. And yes, it is better. But I'm going to add this at the end. Now we're going to just delete and if we have to change something, maybe this should be at the end, but for now I'm going to leave it like that. We're going to leave it here. Okay, I'm not sure about this design. Maybe I should delete this and just leave. Maybe that is another option. Let's check. maybe I can delete this right now. Let me see. Okay, this is better. I think this design is better. It is not exactly like this, but it is. The problem is this part. Okay. Let me hide this just for a moment. Okay, I know what is the problem here. To create, to change a little bit the design. Namaste, Girish, welcome. How do you say welcome? We're going to leave this just for a moment. Let me try to think another design. Maybe I should create another, like a cube, a piece here to join these blocks, and then to have this part here. That of course that I am not going to use the I am not going to use this. I'm going to create a special design and then use a curve, just like we did with our zipper, just like we did here, and the same I'm going to do with the belt. So just for you to know, but I need maybe the special design. Let's think. What can we create that will look like really awesome with this design? What kind of shape we can create? At least we have a great beginning. Look, I really like the design of these parts. I think that I have to change also this just a little, that it not make sense for me. Maybe I am missing something here. This is like a weird. It should be a little bit maybe to the outside. Let me see if I can fix that. It is too flattened in some parts. It should be more curved. Maybe that is the solution. Let me see. It is better. Just we're going to leave it like that. Also, now we're going to leave it like that. I wanted to move this to the inside. Yes, better. Okay, what what can we create for this part? Let me see the references. Okay. No, this one not. What can we create in here that will look awesome with the design? Okay, you can create a piece and a box that like inside have like a hole. No, we need another idea. I do not have an idea. I don't have an idea. What can we create there? Or maybe just a simple box with a relief, like another box extrude in the front face. What can we do? If you have an idea, please let me know. Or maybe an okay, let's test. We are not doing nothing if we don't start to work. So let's try. Okay, first option, let's see. First I'm going to move this here, and I don't know, let me see my designs. Also let me see the here. I don't have a good reference for the idea that I want. No. Here, no, but this is what I want, like a box and a face here going to the outside. That is the idea that I want. Draw, you mean this, or draw here with the D? Let me see the references from Marvel Rivals because I really like the design of those characters. I downloaded some references to create the forearm armature. Let me move this to this part. This one. See this? This is the other design of Hawkgirl, and I think that I have another one. Those were all the designs. I think that I have another one, but oh no. Those were check this one. No, this has a simple design. I mean, a simple costume. No, this is not a easy or simple design. This is a really well elaborated and difficult to make design. Also realistic, very realistic design. Check this one. I'm going to keep this in mind for the forearm, or maybe no, I'm going to move it. No, this design I don't like. Let me check this one that was made with ChatGPT. No, this is another completely different design. This is not following the design of my costume. This is another different thing. Another different thing. Let me see this one. No. This is also a really interesting design, but not what I want. This is also really good, but not what I want again. No. Let's stop wasting time. What I'm trying to create is, let me explain here with this design of Marvel Rivals. It's like, just I want to create something for this, for the, at least for this, for the torso, for the upper, for the shoulders. This that is going to hold like the armature, but the problem is that this is like a prototype, but I think that this is very simple, and maybe by creating this one I can create something similar here to the belt, for the belt. That is what I am trying to, or maybe no, let's go with the simple idea, okay? That is something like this. Let's work with that. We are not doing nothing, just thinking and not doing anything. So just, this is simple, this is very simple. It is just a cube. That I'm going to make this make this really small. I'm going to, just in case, to create two here. And then I am going to just move this a little bit up, this edge here. That is the design, right? A little bit smaller. That. Let's go with this one, and let me create all the, of course, all the, I'm going to select this as a reference and copy modifiers. Then select this, bam, 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 bam. Ooh, here is going to be the problem, I think, with this face. Look at this thing. This is a problem. I have a problem with this shape. I don't know why. Yeah. I see the problem. I didn't know why this. Okay. I deselect this. That was a problem. That's why when I apply the all transforms. Look, let me deactivate this. And when I apply all transforms, look at this. And I really didn't know why was that, and I missed this. That's why you always have to help me to pay attention, because I maybe miss these things. But as you can see, it changed a lot, the design. Okay, so to fix that, maybe we're going to leave it like that. But look, if I do this again and apply all transforms and then try to bring this back, maybe I should lower this value. What was the problem with this one? To lower even more. Yes, that's something that I should do. But in this case, I am going to leave it like that. Let me test something. Okay, this is what I have, And let me say that I am going to apply to convert this into mesh, to apply all of this. Okay, look. So I am going to just leave it as it is, with the possible of having that issue again, but because I already finished this piece, I am not going to pay attention to that, because if I change this and I have to change the other ones, and I like the look, the how this is looking, so I'm going to leave it like that. But at least you know the problem, the issue with that piece. So let's continue with this one. Okay, this one have everything. Okay, we have to lower this value even more. That is the problem with that. If I delete this, no, there's nothing now to do here. Maybe I should create 3 or 4. No. So with that, and I need 2. No, 1 is too much. 25. Just okay, this is like the original design. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to select my original. This is I already convert this into mesh. I don't know why I did this. Maybe it was too. But I already have the backup. Not the backup, but the torso that I bring from another file. This one, and this is a curve. Yes. Let's bring this to the torso armor. Okay, now let's. Let me. First, let me try to move this into this position. Okay. I don't know why maybe to move the body. That's why I use I apply all the modifiers and convert this into a mesh. Sorry. Also I have a mirror. So okay. I see right now. So to not have problem with this, I am just going to select this and duplicate it, and 3D cursor, and just mirror that. See? So now I can continue working with both curves with no problems. So I'm going to try to move this into this part. Again, why I'm not using this, because I already applied. This was the prototype, so I cannot change that. Also, I'm going to apply the transforms, and don't worry, we're going to start working on this part here. Sorry, I forgot. Okay. I think that I can hide this because this is not helping me. Okay, I think that this makes sense. This do not have to be completely like following because this is like a kind of a solid piece. So this space here, I think that this makes sense. Maybe we just have to make here to create another subdivision so we can do this part. Maybe we can make this just a little down. Okay, okay, like that. Also, let me check the references, because this is not, I think that this is not completely to the neck. This needs to be just to the outside. So I am making a mistake here. Where is my other reference? No, I don't have more references. So to fix this part, I need to move this part a little bit out and change but this part, that's why I made this to the other side. Okay, like that. It makes a little bit of sense. That. Something like that. We're going to change that. But the thing is that by doing this, I made this with a curve. I can see. Yes, I think that I'm using a path curve. Okay. So what I am trying to do is duplicate this one, and this curve is not going to have anything. Just 0. Or maybe I can use the same curve, I think. Yes. Let me try to use the same curve to see what happened. Going to... Okay, now curve. Where is the curve? Here in the form. Remember that I should, to make this even a little bit easier, I have to make some rotations here to the... So the first one is to make this in the, like on the ground, over the ground. So the first one is to the other side. No more. I think that is the first, and then I should rotate this here. Let's see. No. That was not the plan. I already apply all the transforms with this one, just okay. So let me move this. The original rotation was this one, right? Let's go in order. And with that, I have this. So to follow in this part, I am trying just to adjust my design to this curve. I'm just trying to do that, just for you to know. So in that case, I just have to rotate this in Y 90, and yes, now I have what I want. But of course, by doing that, now I have to apply an array, and this array should be here. Look at this. Now we can see what I missed and what's the design of this one. Okay, so let me create, let me change that design. Okay, I'm going to bring this a little bit. I want to bring this back here, like I'm going to mark this part, okay, and I am going to activate this. I'm going to separate with the array with 0.15, just with that. Now I have like a better idea for this. Let me sorry. So what I can do here is just to, but I have to do the same thing here. Here, this is going to be easy. Okay, like that, and then this one. But now how I can make these two? Let me think. Also, why is this the middle in here? This doesn't make sense. This is weird. Why the middle is in here? Select everything. Okay, great. Okay, now we are here. Let me I am trying to design the piece that I want. No, I have another idea. Let me delete this, all of this. Also, let me deactivate all the modifiers just for a moment. Just for a moment. Bevel, where is bevel? Okay, I'm going to select this part. Stand here, and I am going to insert faces. Then, sorry, we go to extrude. And make something like that. And this part I'm going to okay. I'm going to select this. Just to open this up. And then I am going to select this part. Like that. Maybe that. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. I have another idea. I am going to add something else here, and then I'm going to select these parts. I don't even know if this is going to work with the bevel and all of that things. But I'm just an idiot. I should select all of this part. Just that. Let's see if maybe a little bit more. And to make this even more interesting, to move these two. No, this is not going to be look good. And I think that I should change this. You're going to see why. I think I have to change that. Yes, maybe we should change that. Let me here just start working on that. I don't want you. Faces. I should be using a mirror modifier, but it's not like a big deal. Sorry. Here I need to make the same changes. Should be using a mirror modifier to make this quick faster. Sorry. Let me use a mirror modifier. What? I disappear. I made the Mirror, mirror, mirror. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we can continue working on this. Okay, and I have to do the same changes here. This. Sorry. I forgot to delete these faces. So this. Here we just have to. Okay, just do that. Yeah. Okay. Now the same, just close this. Okay, now this should be working. Let me activate the bevel. Start working on all the. Activate subdivision. no, subdivision, not yet. Let me deactivate bevel for a moment and activate here. Just for a moment and let's see. Now this is going to be a little bit with a problem. I'm going to have a little problem there. I forgot to select this one. Now the same thing in the other side. Just deactivate this. What is this is going to be a little bit of a problem, but this is going to be a problem. Just that is going to be a problem. Here, same thing. But the other, believe me, the other. Okay. No. I am missing something. I am missing something here. First. I am missing something here. I forgot that. Hmm? Maybe we should make this a little bit closer here to the. Yes, like that. Uh, what else? What else should I do? The thing is that when I try to do this, look, this is not going to look very well. Let me just try to with this one. With this, with this, with this. This is not going to work very well. Yes, I need to change that. Maybe I can fix that just by adding to these corners instead of changing the geometry. Here, just adding. Yes, with that I fix those weird corners in this. In this case, I'll go with that. Let me see if I am missing something. No, I already have 0, 0, 0, 0. More changes. Oh, finish this cycle here. Now let's see. I didn't know what I do, what I did, but no, 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 no. This was good. Let me see. I don't know what I did. It is something that I am not paying attention to. Here, I missed this one. And just cover that. Maybe select this one to this. this is the part that I am doing wrong. Let me change. Yes, now it is looking a little bit better. Not perfect, but at least we have something here. Also, check something. Is this looking very weird? Ah, it is because I'm going to select this one. No, I'm going to make this follow this one. No, no, follow this one. Okay, I think that it is better. Let's see. This will be design. I am don't know what I'm doing. I just trying to create something original here. Ah, sorry. Let me deactivate this. Ah, no, no. That was not the answer for that. Okay, now let's see. Let's see what I did. First, I'm going to activate bevel array. And with that array, I am going to lower the value of the array. I don't even know why I made this piece, because with the I'm going to show you later, but let me see with what I have now. Maybe I like this design and I have to make this, to make some little changes to have the other part what I want. Let me use curve to see. Where is the array? The array. Look, but maybe we can have like something like that, and then this to be part, because let me hide this, or maybe that. Yes, I like this one more. What do you say? It really looks great, right? I really like this design. I think that I'll go with this one. I just have to move this a little bit in my original design, or maybe just apply this and delete this piece. But no, no. Instead of doing that, let me just that last part to make this right. I'm just going to select and move this a little bit outside the center. And now I think that I have a better design there. Yes. And then let me use the, oh, this one, not this one. Just move this a little bit that, something like that. What do you think about what we did today? I just need a connection here because something I need something here to make this to make sense. Look, I need a connection here. So for now, I'm going to leave it like that. Let me, because I am late to work with for the other project. But we made that is the thing when you are creating something original. I I I am creating this. This is my original design for this character. So you think, you try different things, and you use the time. Most of the time, you're thinking on the design. So that's the thing about that. So I'm going just to leave it like that. And let me just for the for the thumbnail. Okay. So friends, this is all for today. We make a great progress, I think. We're creating. We're creating. That's the thing about creating. You have to test different things. Maybe I like this, or maybe I should change. I don't know. If you have a better idea of a design, please let me know. But I want something like this to be like a little bit original and special, okay? Maybe the only thing that I don't like about this, the only little thing is maybe that I want, I don't know, something, I know, something I don't like about this design. No, no, I like, but there is something that it is like making some noise here in my mind about this design and the other design. Maybe I need to create something a little bit simple. Maybe we're going to try that tomorrow. Okay. So, friends, this is all for today. We're going to continue tomorrow. Please remember, for those who are new, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, share this content with others, and leave a comment below. That really helps a lot. And I know that you like this content, and this is something that you will, something that you want, maybe for your 3D journey. I don't know, or for entertainment. Remember that on weekends we play games. So, okay. Remember, you can follow me on my social media accounts: X, Instagram, and TikTok. I am uploading my portfolio and things about 3D and games, especially on X. On TikTok and Instagram, just the portfolio. What else? If you want characters like this one for your creation, not for your collections, or assets for your animations and games, you can visit my online stores, TurboSquid for 3D modeling, Colts 3D for 3D sculpting, and CG Trader for all of the models. And if you want me to collaborate as a freelancer, a 3D artist, a 3D generalist for your project, maybe you're working on something, contact me. You have my email there. You have all the things, all the links for everything on my YouTube page. You have all of this. Also, if you want, you can join to our Discord server. If you want to share something about 3D, you have a channel for that. Or maybe you want help with some of your 3D work. You can also share that, and we're going to try to help you. We have a small community, but we are growing. So that's all. This is a lot of work, but I really enjoy creating this for the community. So just you when you subscribe or give a like or leave a comment, that is that helps really a lot. So that means a lot to me. But when you just only view this, also it really counts. So thank you for that. Okay, thanks for coming today. Thanks for your support, and we're going to continue tomorrow as always if nothing happens, not blackouts or maybe something that I cannot control. Okay, but if nothing happens, we're here as always, the same hours, almost the same hours. And that's all. Remember to subscribe. Thank you for everything, and see you in the next one.